Hi Virgo, welcome back. So Virgo, this is going to be your you versus them reading. I'm going to go back and forth between you and the person you may be connecting with. Keep in mind it's a general reading, so the roles may be reversed. Feel free to flip them if you need to. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And my readings are timeless, so I just trust that when this finds you, it's for you, right? So Virgo, when I was sitting in your energy and meditating to prepare for the reading, I was hearing, what have you done for me lately? You might actually resonate with that song. I believe it's a Janet Jackson song, or feeling like that, what have you done for me? Whether that be feeling like you're not doing enough for yourself, or maybe feeling that about another person, right? Or possibly someone feeling that way about you, right? So keep an open mind. And I did notice that it was a little hard for me to get into the sweet spot to really focus my energy. So I feel either there's a lot of distractions going on, or you might be having trouble focusing, easily catching yourself drifting off in your mind. It could even be like someone speaking to you and you start to kind of drift and you're not even meaning to. I certainly can relate to that energy, right? That's like the story of my life. But yeah, I feel distractive type of vibe. And so you might be having trouble concentrating. The retrograde is here. So retrogrades love to throw in distractions and weird and odd energy. So that's not surprising to me, but and then I heard get it together. So you might be needing or wanting to kind of get it together, right? You already had two cards fly out, and it's Sagittarius and Scorpio. You might have that in your chart or be dealing with either of those zodiac signs, or it just could be the influencing energy. So what is this energy? This energy is, I don't want to say it's polar opposites, but it's definitely a bit contradictory. So one of the reasons that you might be in this mental state is there might be some contradictions going on, meaning you might find that you're contradicting yourself. You're saying one thing when you're actually feeling something else, or maybe that's what this person is doing, okay? Or maybe both. Or it's one day you feel this way and the next day you feel the opposite of that. So a little bit of bouncing back and forth as well on the emotional scale. So this talks about wanting to be more enthusiastic and philosophical and independent and kind of take no-ish type of energy. And then on the other side of that, there's this very intense and passionate yet secretive, maybe even obsessiveness going on here. Yeah, and this can be a bit destructive, right? So I feel like this is your shadow showing up here. Some of you doing some shadow work during this time frame, or just feeling pulled maybe a little bit to the dark side. And like I said, Virgo, I'm feeling this is the overall energy, so that could resonate with you and or your cross watcher. So let's see. Your overall energy is the Emperor, Aries vibes. And that could be in your chart or just the influencing energy. And then this person has the Ace of Swords. So I heard taking the stern approach, okay? And then I heard Master of Emotions. So there's something here about mastering and controlling some sort of urge here, or some sort of deep emotion that maybe you keep to yourself. They're showing me more of the shadows. So fixations that you have, or tendencies that you have yet to let go of, coming to the surface in this retrograde, okay? Or coming to the surface for the person you're connecting with. And I've noticed a lot of that in the collective as well as the other zodiac signs, repetitive cycles becoming more apparent to you, especially when it comes to relationships, and needing to learn something from that and take the bounce, right? Take the growth and move on, you know, with your life or your day, okay, Virgo, and not letting it consume you or control you, but you control it, right? So this person has the Ace of Swords. They're getting some sort of information or clarity, maybe after a time period of feeling this more elusive or shadow energy. So I'm hearing a break on through to the other side. So there's some sort of breakthrough coming in on this person's side. So let's see what the recent past energy was that led up to this moment, Virgo. And then we're going to look at perception and how you see each other, your genuine emotions underneath it all, your hopes, and most likely future outcome. So, Virgo. Woo. Recent past energy. You've got the star here, Aquarian energy for some of you. The sun, holy cow. 2 major arcanas. 1, 2, 3 actually. Leo energy for some of you. The world. There's something here, Virgo, that has the ability to really pull on your heartstrings, all right? Could be connecting with any of those zodiac signs, but it's a general reading, so take what resonates. Wow. Wow. Something that you have wished for might become a reality during this time frame, or recently has. This is like, you see, she's casting something that she wants out to the universe, and then you see this person's receiving it. So it's like something that you casted out to the universe that was a desire or something, a hope that you wanted to fulfill is becoming a reality, or you're getting some sort of validation of that, right? They're showing me like energetically you pulling it towards you. So it's a beautiful energy. It's like, why am I hearing call out my name? It's exciting. It's exciting. It's like casting out a hope and then getting some sort of connection here. Some of you have been hoping to heal a connection possibly within yourself, or maybe this person, or just in general, and having some sort of success here. But then it's interesting that the Four of Cups comes in. So there might be an obsession around this, because there's some part of you that's somewhat ignoring. Yeah, that's that aloofness I was feeling. It's like, I don't want to say it was to the degree of obsession, but it's like this is something that your mind kept kind of wandering towards, and it was creating some sort of distraction. You know, when you really, really want something and you want to see it come together the way that you want it to come together, it's hard not to fixate on that. And I feel like a fixation type of energy to the point that you could have been ignoring, you know, other parts of your life or other people that are important to you possibly. If maybe there was other sources of, why do you want me to say revenue? Other sources possibly of possible revenue, okay, or love coming in, but no. I just feel like you're just like, yeah, okay, whatever, I want that. Like, I'm focused on that. I want that. And everything else is irrelevant. It's a very fixed sign trait. So I'm kind of surprised to see that come up, because you are not a fixed sign. But I do feel like, Virgo, you do, you know, when you really hope for something and you want for something, you can fixate on it like a fixed sign would. Okay, so that's kind of a common trait, but And, you know, if you had your mind set on something that other people were naysaying or maybe throwing shade on, I feel like you're ignoring that, or you're best to just like push that out of your mind, because they don't know what's on your path, Virgo. They don't know what you know. They don't know what's aligned for you. And so, although it's nice to be open-minded to other people, and we can learn a lot about ourselves from that, if it's something that, but I guess you also have to take it with a grain of salt at the same time, because no one's truly living your life but you, you know? So you need to make your own decisions here about what is best for you. So let's see this person's recent past energy. The Ace of Cups, the Two of Swords. I'm hearing unbeknownst to you. So there's something unknown here that this person is keeping hidden, and it's on an emotional level. It could be that you don't realize, or maybe they haven't revealed yet how they genuinely feel, all right? But there is some truth coming in behind that. Magician. Oh, I see. Knight of Pentacles. So this person has needed to learn a lesson about discernment, especially when it comes to their heart. Especially when it comes to their heart and their emotions. Because I feel like sometimes this person has the tendency to lack discernment, or in the past they have, meaning like they let their emotions override their logic, or maybe even override their intuition, and that being a blockage for this person. So they're needing to learn how to trust their intuition more, and that's something that's on their path, right? There's a sense of like this person having the wherewithal to do that, okay, to practice more discernment, but they are, it's a slow progress. It's something that doesn't always come easy to this person, because their first inkling could be to, you know, go with their gut or go with their emotion. And so it may be hard for them to resist that, but that's what they have been called to kind of grow in their own life, so that they don't make decisions that they regret. So this person is needing to practice more discernment, okay, when it comes to relationships and emotions and what they give themselves to, and what they ought not to give themselves to. And it's a slow, like I said, process, but they are making progress towards that. Also, I do feel that, you know, this has been a blockage for them when it comes to also how they express emotion or love. So let's look at perception then, Virgo, and how you see each other. And keep in mind that perception is in the eye of the beholder, right? So it may be your truth, but it may not be how this person sees it. That's what's funny about perception, but we'll start there. Perception. And I'm getting a lot of messages about the gut. Okay, so I don't know if you're needing to pay more attention to like what you put into your body, your diet, or pay attention to your gut reactions, as they're often correct. So you have the Seven of Wands here. The Five of Cups. Four of Pentacles. There's something here about not letting this consume you. There's so much intensity showing up here, Virgo. And if you're not careful, it can consume you. And so there is a lot of guidance here about knowing your boundaries when it comes to what you're giving focus to, and to not let something overtake you to the point that it's controlling you and you're not controlling it. Namely, like your emotions and what you're feeling right now. There's a sense of like, if you don't do that sort of protection of self, it could absolutely drain you and leave you feeling guarded and stuck and closed off and almost like you're beginning again or starting over. And so that's a caution, right? You have a choice here. It's like you need to protect your mental well-being at all costs. And I won't need to rephrase that because that was too harsh. They're saying protect your well-being as a first priority, not necessarily at all costs. But that's that extreme energy that I'm feeling, where you might be feeling really extreme like that, like it's black or white. You know, you might feel like it's an all go or a no go, or you know, those extremes. Be careful with that during this retrograde, because a lot of the decisions you make in the retrograde might reverse, or you might feel the opposite of after the retrograde ends, right? So they're saying be easy about this and don't rush right now into any conclusions. But it could be that also you see this person as someone who's kind of in their own protective bubble, and if they are and they're a bit closed off, it's for the same reasons that you are, because they don't want to get sucked into something that they can't get out of, and they need to work on themselves a little bit more here, okay? Or they're being called to focus in that direction. It's kind of same way you are. You may feel like if you give too much focus over here, it could emotionally drain you. So what is this person's perception? Whoa, 8 of Swords, 3 of Swords. Why am I getting that song? You're tearing up my heart when I'm with you, but when we are apart, I feel it too. It's the Backstreet Boys. Okay, I think. 8 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles. This person definitely has a fear about getting their heart broken, because I feel like they've been in a position in the past where they lacked a bit of discernment and it backfired on them, you know? And it doesn't have to be at all related to you. It could be in prior relationships, right? But it certainly could be related to you. This person may be covering up the fact that their feelings are hurt, or that they have some wounding going on that has a tendency to get into their head. Maybe because they overgive of themselves, or they kind of do this to themselves. I'm sorry, there's a message coming in. This person has a tendency to give themselves to situations that do not reciprocate, because they lack discernment about where to put their energy. And this could go beyond relationships. It could be like investing time and energy into like jobs or financial situations too, that they lack discernment around. And so then they end up, you know, not getting out of it what they've put into something. And if that's not them, then that could be how they see you, as this is showing up in their perception. So this person could see you in that light as well, Virgo. So be aware of that. It's just a sense of like, needing more discernment when it comes to their decision making. Now, if you've been hurt, right, and this person's aware of that, whether they caused it or something else, they want to give to that, or they want to be generous there, but you can't be there for another person when you're not there for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So again, that lacks discernment. They're not really being there and present for themselves. So even if they do want to give to you or another, it's coming from a place of lack at this moment, right? So let's go into the emotional space then, Virgo, and see what's going on there. Underneath all of that, what's going on? How are you feeling? Queen of Cups. Page of Pentacles in the reverse. I heard, I release what no longer serves me. 9 of Wands. 4 of Swords. So there's this message here about like something not really getting off of the ground and needing to release that. It's like, this to me is potential. This to me in the reverse is untapped potential. So some of you have untapped potential that you have not taken advantage of, and it has to do with your spiritual or emotional growth. But I feel like it's coming in for you, right? So it's like feeling accomplished and knowing that you've come a long way. But there's still some things on your path or within you that have yet to be unlocked, right? That have yet to be revealed and realized by you, which is a good thing, right? Because you want something to look forward to in the future. So there's something here about that coming in. There's a lot of guardedness showing up emotionally, or the sense of like feeling like you need to protect or defend. And maybe even like not really trusting, you know, maybe this person or other people in general, or maybe even how you feel about you or others. They're asking you to kind of take a time out and meditate and clear your energy and get some sleep and kind of be easy about this. I keep getting the word be easy, you know, sleep on it. Release this. I think that's why I release what no longer serves me. So the guidance here is to be emotionally as open as possible and to know that I heard assume positive intent. But I feel like that's kind of hard to do right now for whatever reason. It's that shadow. It's that shadow showing up that tells you, no, I don't trust, I can't trust. But the trust issues, even though it may feel like it's because of other people, it's actually something inside of you that needs to be healed. Needing to trust yourself more, Virgo. Trust your discernment, you know. So let's see this person's emotional space. Knight of Cups. The Hierophant. Knight of Swords. Six of Swords. So Emotionally, this person, they kind of want to rush in and speak on their truths and say how they feel, and yeah, yes, but yet they are needing to think about this first, right? And this has to deal with relationships or commitments. This person needs to ask themselves, what are they committed to? And use some sort of discernment around that, right? Because I do feel like this person being pulled in two different directions. Wanting to be emotionally open and authentic and stick to that, and then at the same time kind of wanting to do a little bit of escapism, and like they question that as well. This person desires direct communication, especially if you're in a commitment with this person. But I feel like even if you're not, they still may want to have some sort of conversation with you about your relationship or relationships in general, and why they feel the way they feel and why they're doing the things that they're doing. And they want resolution. So I feel like this person does want some sort of resolution in their current energy here. So let's look at hopes. Hopes, Virgo. The Emperor. That's so interesting. So you started with the Emperor, and it's in your hopes. So Aries energy for some of you, but this is like that, bringing that wisdom, you know, that I know better type of energy coming in. Utilizing your ability to control oneself and using that in your advantage, right? Being the one to call the shots here. What's this person's hope? I don't know if I said this at the beginning, but I've had this song in my head since I started the reading, and he says, if I could turn back time to the good old days, something about stressed out. I think it's 21 Pilots. You might be hearing that song on the radio, social media, or maybe look up the lyrics to that. But I got Good Old Days in Libra's reading as well, so you might be connecting with the Libra. Check out their reading if you are. But there's a sense of like nostalgia, or like looking back to the good old days, you know. And yet at the same time, that kind of being stressful or stressing you out or stressing this person out. All right. The Five of Cups, this person, they're hoping to kind of release any regrets that they may have, especially if they had been dwelling on them. I get a sense like this person really being hard on themselves because of some decisions they made in the past when it came to love and relationships, and needing to kind of surrender that or release that so that they can move past it and have some sort of resolution here. What is the most likely future outcome? And keep in mind, all of the future outcomes can be changed with free will, Virgo. So you're in the driver's seat, no one else, but we'll start there. The Fool, the Hermit, there you are, 10 of Cups. I'm going to sneeze all of a sudden. Seven of Pentacles. This is beautiful energy. Anytime I sneeze, it's because there's an energy shift happening in my body. I know like people in the medical community, which I am also in, would disagree and say, well, it's probably you're allergic to something, whatever. But I know my body. So there's an energy shift coming in. I feel it's for the better, but I feel you shifting perspectives here. Emotionally, wow, Virgo, a lot of you have done this inner work. I heard reconnecting with your inner child. Like inner child work might be important. This is like getting ready to kind of launch something after reflecting pretty deeply about that and taking into consideration all the things and people that are important to you is going to be important. And then kind of executing through action, through measurable action, some movement towards what it is that you're wanting. And this could be related to career and not just relationships, but take it as it resonates. There's this beautiful connection or connectivity coming in with the people or person that you love, and feeling more grounded again, feeling more down to earth, and kind of ready for a new beginning. You know, you've been waiting for something to come off the ground or to begin for a while now, and it's like the faster you can get into a space of appreciation and love, the faster it comes in, FYI. And to keep yourself focused on things that are productive, that are going to give you satisfaction, that have value around it, right? So keeping yourself busy, you know, so that you stay focused, because a lot of you are having maybe trouble with your mind wandering too much, and that's not helping you, that's actually hindering you. And so like doing more activities that keep you busy but have also value around them, meaning the activity will contribute to like your overall well-being or making progress towards something that you want, and staying productive. The Queen of Pentacles in this person's future energy. The Empress. The Two of Cups. Wow. All right. Give me one more. Maybe. Are we going to get one more? I also keep hearing the song Locked Up, They Won't Let Me Out. I don't know why. Take it or leave it. Isn't this interesting? This person feels, I heard relatable. So there's something that they can relate to you on, or that's relatable about you and them. They may feel a very strong connection with you, Virgo, especially if you're a feminine. If you're a feminine Virgo, I feel like this person sees you as the Empress, as beauty, as good-natured, as they see you in a beautiful light, okay? But that could also be for my masculines. I actually feel like if you're a masculine Virgo, that's how you see the feminine you're connecting to, but I don't get into, just take it as it resonates, right? Masculine, feminine, whatever. It's just a sense of like this person needing to stay grounded and to be patient, take good care of themselves. You know, because their own worst enemy sometimes is themselves. This over-analyzing or lack of discernment even that they've had in the past, which is funny because you would think if they overanalyze, they would be more discerning, but it's not, they're not always synonymous. There's like a lack of trust here as well. Could also be a little online stalking going on, whether that's on your part or their part, you know. Somebody keeping a close eye. This person isn't always the best at, like, expressing themselves in a mature way. You know, sometimes the communication can be a little bit one-sided maybe, or they're needing more growth, right, in the way that, like, they speak or something, or in their ability to trust their own discernment if it's not about speech. Can I get one more on that? Like, I feel like this person feeling a strong connection or something like relatable about this connection and then not really trusting it. Maybe because they don't trust themselves, you know, or trust their own discernment. There's the Page of Wands. So there's a need for this person to grow when it comes to like decision making and their own discernment. And I feel that they, for whatever reason, don't trust. I feel it's themselves, but it could be this connection. But at the same time, being open to it, being ready. What the heck? Can I get one more here? Really? There you are. The Virgo, the Hermit. So there's something here that they lack perspective about. And of course that can go both ways, but there's a need for this person to maybe take their time and really do some spiritual like diving on this, or to kind of go within, because there's something here that's unresolved inside of them that needs spiritual growth around it. And it could be like insecurities from childhood, or not trusting, you know, their own discernment or decision making. And there's some sort of questioning going on an internal level that this person really needs to look at, right? And at the same time, I feel there's this beautiful energy around the connection, and they see, you know, the connection in a very beautiful light, especially if you're a feminine. But there's something here that they need to resolve before a resolution can come in, right? So let's get some guidance, Virgo. Sorry, this reading is pretty long, but I feel like I needed to really understand that one. There's something here about understanding. Like, this person really wants to feel understood, you know, but they need to come to some sort of understanding of self as well, you know, and that's what their spiritual growth is around. Okay, so let's see what the guidance is. Their guidance is self-love. No way. That's exactly what I got in Libra's reading. Check out Libra's reading if you're dealing with one or have that in your chart somewhere. And what's Virgo's guidance here? Soul power. So your guidance says, always remember you're a soul that comes with a body, not a body that comes with a soul. Your soul is your true essence, and you have an unlimited supply of soul power at your command whenever you need it. So remember that your power comes from within, Virgo. This person has self-love. Now is the time to love and nurture and heal yourself. Self-love is not simply a state of mind about feeling good. It's a state of appreciation for yourself that grows and matures from actions you take to support your body, mind, and soul. This person is needing to love themselves more, because a lot of this internal stuff has to deal with loving self, right? So, wow, interesting reading, Virgo. Zodiac signs you could be dealing with. I have Scorpio, Sagittarius, Aries. Lots of Aries energy here. But I also have Leo, and I have Aquarius, and another Virgo possibly. Taurus. Yeah, those are the primary zodiac signs I'm seeing. And I felt Gemini, Libra energy if I didn't say that already. But take what resonates, leave what doesn't, Virgo. If it did resonate, please do let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe if you haven't yet. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram for more fun stuff, as I do go live there as well. Tarot Time with Dana. All of it linked in the description box below, as well as in the About section, where you can find the donation link. If you'd like to donate to the channel, you can do so there. Otherwise, I am wishing you the very, very best, Virgo. And until next time, my friends, namaste.